Well, what you're reacting to being named the starter?
I mean, super excited, obviously, finally getting another opportunity at this thing, and just happy to be up there, to be able to get a full week of reps of practice and then go out there in the game and lead these boys the right way. So,
Dorian, what do you think you're better at today than a year ago at this time?
from a year ago at this time, a whole lot. Didn't know much coming into this thing about being a quarterback at a high level and getting to see guys like Joe, PJ, Deshaun, and now Jameis go in there and do his thing. Being able to take all these experiences and put them into one is kind of the player I'm making myself into today.
What do you want this week of work to look like with a full week of prep for a start?
Yeah, I mean, pretty much the same thing as when I got the full week of reps versus Steelers. Go in there, get the guys in and out the huddle, get to my right checks, get the guys in and out the right plays, get guys lined up, and really do things operationally to get guys in the right spot. So that's kind of the focus on the week, not trying to make it bigger than what it is or make the decision bigger than what that is, just going out there and doing my job.
Dorian, does it help that, I mean, you came in and got significant playing time the first time you guys played Cincinnati. How much does that help as you prepare to start against them this time around?
Yeah, you get some familiarity. Obviously, when you're playing a divisional opponent, this is now my fourth time breaking them down already in my 2 years. So, there's a lot of familiarity, especially with the scheme. They have the same defensive coordinator, so pretty much same group of guys on defense, core guys. So, just trying to go over my old notes as well as just watching up on what they do next.
What do you think, what would you say that Jameis brought to this football team in the 7 starts that he just accomplished?
Everything you'd ask for in a guy coming off the bench, ready to lead this team, energy, leadership, all the things I just talked about, what I'm trying to do this week of operationally wise, getting guys lined up and making sure we're in and out of the huddle and in the right plays. Just all those little detailed things, I think, is what he done really well over these past 7 weeks.
You and Kevin, have 2 years now here. How much more comfortable are you under center? You didn't do much at UCLA, right?
Surprisingly, yeah, we did a little bit more than people expected at UCLA, and then I've come from a very balanced system in high school where we did a lot of under center. It's really just a center quarterback exchange, which we work every day, and making sure that I'm good with Poe and being able to get the snap and everything like that. Other than that, there's not much else to it from being under center to gun. Maybe a longer drop, but that's about it.
You and Kevin have stressed the importance of having a week of practice as a starter. What are the most valuable things about having that week running, the number one offense?
Yeah, I mean, there's only one quarterback out there for a reason, and that guy needs all the reps he can get, whether it's timing, the footwork of things, the snap of the motions, just all the things that it takes to, like I said, the operational things can really help you at ease when it comes to throwing the ball and being in the right spot if everything around you is not a headache or a chaos.
That being said, how big is having a week worth of prep to know you're the starter for you to have the best game possible?
Yeah, I think for any quarterback, you want to feel pretty confident going into Sunday with all the reps. And so, now this is my time to show that this is what I needed and that, I can't just be up here talking about needing reps and then get them on and go out there and lay an egg. So really got to take advantage of this week, take every walkthrough, every meeting, every part of the week serious as I can, and really try to make sure I'm as prepared and comfortable as possible come Sundays.
Are you under the impression this is for you to see Sed kind of come into his own, especially over the second half of the season? And what would it mean if he's able to get back out there for you, just knowing the history you guys have?
Yeah, answer your first question, it's amazing to see his progression, especially when Jameis got in there and started feeding him the rock. Not only did the outside world see, but people internally in this building saw what he can do, and that he's a big asset for us offensively, both in the run game and in the pass game. And for him to finally understand what we need him as, being both a blocker and a big body receiver, I think it's helped him a long way. And then answer your second question, I mean, if I can get 19 out there, that's like bread and butter. It's clockwork. I already know what spots he's going to be in. He knows where the ball is going to be at. So it'll definitely make my job a lot easier.
Dorian, can you think about if you were nervous, how nervous you might have been before that Steelers start compared to how it might be different here now that had a few times.
Yeah. I think just from who I am as a player, I always get the little jitterbugs throughout the week or whatever it is. I like being in big moments and big games. And as a quarterback, I love the ball being in my hands when it counts. So that's kind of what drives me. But in terms of just being nervous from then to now, obviously I'm a lot more comfortable with it now. Just getting my way around the building, knowing the guys, knowing how to talk to the guys, and kind of running things operationally like I've been talking about, as well as just going out there and playing my game. Don't have to do anything extra. Count on my feet when I can. And then other than that, just going through my reads and trusting what I see. So.
When you played in Denver last year,
Mm-hmm.
did you feel like you were finding a rhythm before you got the concussion?
Oh yeah, definitely. I know we had a little mix-up on the two-point conversion with Amari. That kind of stalled us a little bit, but I felt like really picking up some good gains in that game, watching the tape again, and just trying to build off of that. Not trying to go back to earlier this season with the Bengals and how I started that game. Just trying to go in here with like I said, a full week's worth of reps and taking advantage of those. So.
Are you under the impression this is a week-to-week thing, and just what is your approach for these final 3 games of the season?
I'm focusing on the Bengals, that nickel scheme, that base scheme, and trying to break down that coverage right now. I'm not worried about anything other than this week. So
are you trying to recapture the swing thoughts you had from the Denver game, because that was a pretty extended time you were playing?
I try not to think about it like that. Like I said, I just try and watch the tape and grade myself as hard as I can to see what I can improve on. And other than that, like I said, I'm focused on the Bengals. So.
I know you said yesterday James sort of taught you a lot in the locker room. What has your relationship sort of been like? Just how you guys have developed that sort of chemistry and friendship since you got the building this spring?
Yeah, I think, since he's gotten here, I had met Jameis when he's come through UCLA. My college days, I met him when he was at New Orleans. I took a top 30 visit there, and he chopped it up with me in the weight room when he didn't have to. So I think just from then on out, it's kind of always felt like an older to little brother relationship. And that's what it's been since he's been here. Like I said, the leadership qualities that he has, I've always admired, and now I've gotten to see it 24/7 and kind of use it a little bit in my own personality. And definitely the tips and tricks he's taught me along the way, which I can't spoil, but he's definitely helped me out a lot for sure.
The stop and go nature of the way you had to play for 2 years here, do you have to guard against being overly anxious in the game? Do you have to compose yourself a little bit?
No. Just like you said, when kind of your leash is kind of short. Every play matters, and so I know that. It's not like I'm in here walking on eggshells, or playing conservative, but I know that I have to get this team up and down the field, and it starts with the first play, and it ends with the last, and we're trying to end with a kick every drive. So that's the biggest thing is, like I said, getting guys in and out the huddle, showing coach that I can run this offense operationally, and then protecting the ball. Ball security is job security, and making sure that the other team doesn't touch it is probably my main concern.
Dorian, I was going to follow up on that real quick about the ball security thing. Obviously, interceptions were a big issue with Jameis, and you've thrown some interceptions. Your TD to interception isn't what you would want it to be right now.
Not even close.
So my question is, how do you go out there and play the kind of ball that you want to play while also not worrying about throwing an interception?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing, it starts today. It started this morning. We got the install, and I got to make sure I'm very tedious in knowing exactly the intent of the play, who we're trying to get the ball to, and if he is not there or the second guy, I need to have an exit plan. I need to be able to get the ball out of my hand, whether that's out of bounds, down at somebody's feet, or past the line of scrimmage, or like I said earlier, using these legs. So that's really my main focus, is knowing the intent of the play and then having an exit plan if things don't go right. So.
You talked about your relationship with Jameis. What have those conversations been like since you found out you were the starter, and how has he encouraged you in this role?
Yeah, just whether I've watched all the tape in the world from this year or I watched 2 minutes of tape from this year, we're going to break down whatever I need to get ready for this game. And like I said, we're going to meet extra tonight as the quarterback room just to make sure I'm good on everything from today. But really any question or any answer I need, if he doesn't have it, he'll go find it for me. So that's a tremendous help for me.
It's a hard spot, obviously, to get benched as a starting quarterback and then turn around and be in a role to support you. So what does that just say about him and the kind of person he is that he is there supporting you?
I mean, normally I'd have to say I see it every day and you guys don't too, but I think you guys get to see it every day as well. That's just who Jameis is. I like to think that's who everybody in the quarterback is, including myself. Since I've been here, we've always been like that. No matter who is in the room, I think it's just the guys that they bring in here and the personalities and backgrounds they come from. Because I haven't ran into any single problems that some guys have had being in the league with different quarterback rooms and guys not liking each other. I haven't had that problem. So that's more of a credit to the people upstairs and the people they bring in here. So.
Do you feel at all like these last couple games are a chance for you to sort of audition yourself to potentially be the starting quarterback for this team?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And best believe we're trying to take full advantage of it, too. We're going to go out there and we're going to try and win these games. Like I said, not trying to look big picture, just taking it one play at a time, focusing on my 1 to 2, the outlet. If it's in the run game, seeing the shell of the defense. If we got a check on, getting to the right check, like just making it as simple as possible so that way when the game comes and the bullets are flying, my eyes are in the right spots. I'm not looking at the whole field. I'm looking at just one side and moving on from there. And then after that, they got to be able to deal with these legs. So I know what these can do, and we're going to have to use them when we can. So.
Thanks, Mark.
Thank you, guys.